Hello, I just wanted to give you a little layout of the land, so to speak, for your Geology 101 course. I am Vicki Huffman. I'm your instructor. Been teaching at Potomac State since 2005, mainly biology, but also some geology as well. So whenever you log into eCampus, you'll see a list of all your courses. So we'll click on Geology 101. Just going to switch to student view so that I'm sure you're seeing the same thing I do. On the landing page, the main thing I want to point out here is that you'll see my announcements right here. Pretty much at least once a week, I will post announcements here mainly about what you need to do each week, or if there's some change, or if a question came up that seems to impact a lot of students, then I'll post announcements. Those also get emailed to you as well. But again, that's kind of one of the most important things to look for whenever you land on the course each time. But there are other things here as well, as far as support for eCampus, as well as some different resources that are available there as well. So the first thing you want to do is click on the Start Here section. We'll talk about it, and then you'll see a folder for each week. So just whichever week we're on or wherever you're at in the course, you can click on those to access the information. So we'll go to Start Here. You'll see a welcome from me, just a little bit about myself and about the course. One of the most important things, the syllabus is here, so you can download that and look over it. The course learning objectives, so everything we hope that you learn this semester. Access to the textbook. So the cheapest way is to go directly through McGraw-Hill. You will need access to Connect, which gives you the ebook as well as access to the assignments that you'll use in the course. There's also an introduction here, or instructions about how to access Connect. And essentially to do that, you will just click on the first McGraw-Hill assignment. So I'll point that out here in just a minute. But you do have three options. You can purchase access directly through our bookstore. That's going to be the most expensive option. Or using the link to the assignment, you can pay directly to McGraw-Hill, which will be the cheapest. But also, if you need a couple weeks to get your financial aid check or to get paid or anything like that, you do have a 14-day temporary access. So that way you can get started. You don't get behind in the course. And then once that's paid, all of those grades are saved and they'll continue to be added to the course. You will need the lockdown browser for exams. And just to get you used to that browser, so it's a browser just like Google or Safari or Internet Explorer, like Chrome. So for exams and for the syllabus quiz, if you click on this right here, I'm in Chrome at the moment, it's going to ask for a password. So again, you have to download that browser, open it up, log into eCampus in the course, and then whenever you click on the quizzes or exams, it will not ask for a password. It recognizes that browser. Otherwise, you can use whichever browser you would like. But anytime it's a quiz or something like that, you'll need to use the lockdown browser. And then the other thing here in the Start Here is the introduction forum. So for this section, by the end of the week, you need to take that syllabus quiz and introduce yourself to everybody. Make a couple replies to other students as well. But in addition to that this week, you also need to click on the Start Here to finish that, and then click on week 1. And for each week, they're pretty well set up the same way. So you'll see the learning activities. There are learning objectives. Those are your study guides that you can use. And then essentially for each chapter, typically we only have one chapter a week, but there are a couple weeks that we're covering 2. This week happens to be one of those. So kind of a busy first week here for you. But if you click on that chapter 1, you'll see a couple different things here as far as ways to navigate. You'll see the table of contents over to the left. So you can click on each of these to navigate through, or you can just use kind of the page button to move through. So whichever way you use, So first, here's the overview. Then you can click on the lecture notes. Essentially, that's like the PowerPoint. So you can read through those. And then this is the reading assignment. So the first McGraw-Hill assignment is a reading assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and click to launch here. Now, this is going to happen for me because it's trying to make me go in as a student, and I'm not the student. But whenever you click on that assignment, what's going to happen is you will be taken to McGraw-Hill's page, and that's where you can enter an access code, or you can pay them directly, or you can do that temporary access for that. All right, that'll be the same for the self-check. Now the discussion, so we can also just use the page button over here. We'll move through all of these. Again, your discussion is here. Again, click the launch so you can write in the information. You won't be able to see anybody else's until you post yours, and then you can go in and reply to other students. For those, you want to make sure that you're furthering discussion. You're not just going to say, hey, good job, way to go, that's good. Again, you need to indicate that you have read it, you have some thoughts about what they did. You're not really grading it, but you could, if there was something incorrect in their answer or their thought process, you can respectfully point that out, but you're mainly just kind of comparing your answers to theirs, that kind of thing. And then most of the time there may be some videos. Of course, YouTube has videos about everything, but some of these have been posted just to help as well. But again, that is pretty much how the course is set up for each week, whether you use the page advance button over here or not. Again, this is taking you directly to those videos that are there. So again, you have the reading assignment, the self-checks and the discussion for each chapter to do, but you also have the lecture notes and some recordings as well of the lectures. The most important thing that I can tell you for the course is just to make sure you ask for help. If you don't understand anything, you can't find where something is, any questions, please email me. We can set up a Zoom link. I am on campus. If you happen to be on our campus, you can stop by and ask questions. But please, if you have a question, make sure you reach out and ask. Thanks, and I hope you guys have a great semester and learn a lot about geology.